If you don't act on your ideas, you don't deserve the reward. It's that simple. That's a simple law. If you're not prepared to act, you don't deserve the reward. Nobody hears you saying this. This is talking that's going on in your subconscious mind. And it is screwing up every opportunity. When you let your paradigm influence your thinking, you have disqualified yourself from anything better than you presently have. Discipline is giving yourself a command and then follow that command. That's not following somebody else's command. 90% of the world are following somebody else's command and they're not living the way they want to live. It's got to be the way you want. Not the way your mama wants you to be, not the way your daddy wants you to be. What do you want to be? What's that desire inside? When everything in you telling you why you can't do it, when everything in you seems to go the wrong way to where you think you should go, that's when you've got to have guts. And if you don't have it, you don't deserve to win. Any idea that's held in the mind, you got to focus on it. You got to stay focused on what you want. Don't let anything knock you off track. Don't let anybody convince you you can't do it. You may not be responsible for who you are, but I'm going to tell you something. You're responsible for changing it.
Hello there and welcome. I'm Bob Proctor. Do you know, for over 50 years now, I have traveled all over the world helping people tap into the deep reservoirs of talent and ability they have and improve the quality of their life. Sometimes it was to improve the company, sometimes it was just on a personal level. I've worked with a lot of people. For the last 4.5, 5 years, I've been working with Karen Brook here. She is without question one of the most effective people that I've ever worked with, male or female. She has a phenomenal business. If you want to find out what you're capable of doing or how much better things could be, sit down with this woman. Attend one of her meetings. Go in with a very open mind and listen to what she's saying. Do you know, it's because she attended a meeting like that. It's because I attended a meeting like that so many years ago that everything in my life changed. We've got some of the best information in the world. We know, you know, there's people that are not very bright and yet they're worth millions and they're building big businesses. We know there's people that are absolutely brilliant and they're broke. What is the matter? There's something one does understand and the other one doesn't understand. We know what that is. We will share information with you that is literally life-changing, and it'll change your corporation. You know, this has got to be the most gratifying kind of work a person can get involved in. And you do an absolutely phenomenal job, Karen.
Thank you so much, Bob.
You really do. I am very, very proud to be working with Karen. I want you to find out what she could do for you. I guarantee you, your income could skyrocket. It'll change. Your personal relationships will improve. Your company, everything will move on to a higher frequency. You remember when we had the old cell phones? We had a great big box. It wasn't too long before that we didn't even have the box with the phone. Today, everybody's got one of these things stuck in their pocket, and we can communicate all over the world. That is because somebody became more aware. Karen's going to change your awareness. It'll change your life. So Karen, I want to thank you for working with us and working the way you do, and you're going to be thanking her pretty soon.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, everyone.
Well, hello and welcome everyone to our Science of Goal Achievement webinar for leaders. I'm Karen Brook and I'm so thrilled that you are here with us today. I'm just going to do a little check and see if everyone can see me on the screen okay. Let us know. Just want to make sure it's all working as it should today. I think we're all good. Get my little screen set up here. Oh, no, all right. We are going to get that for you now. How about now? Can you see me now? Oh, you can only see the slide. Really? Oh, okay. What about now? Still nothing? It's probably like the one thing, right? I wonder why you can't see me. But that's okay because energy is omnipresent and you can hear my voice. So, you know, that's absolutely fine. Oh, what I'm going to do for a minute is I'm going to show you me. No, we're not even going to do that. That's all right. You can trust that I'm here doing this. No, it's not. It's something to do with Zoom today, obviously. That's fine. Let me have another look here. Wonder why you can't see me. I'm going to say it doesn't matter. You can hear me and I'm wearing a white shirt, crisply ironed white shirt, and you can imagine me, right? All right, let me just get my screen where it should be again for you. Over here. All right, there we go. That's what I look like, but with a white shirt on today. All right, once again, I want to welcome you to our training today on the science of goal achievement. You're going to love it. This is a brand new training for you. The last time that we did this concept was actually in 2016. So we have evolved a lot since then as a company, myself as a coach, and it is in celebration of Bob Proctor's 90th birthday that we bring you this very special webinar back for the science of goal achievement. So we're going to get right into it today, and I want to share with you a little bit of my vision and why I do what I do. Our vision here at Karen Brook International and Karen Brook Studios is to guide leaders to achieve a higher level of success in life and live a more enriched, fulfilled, and happy life. Together, I truly believe that we can improve the quality of our lives globally by elevating the quality of our thoughts individually and working in harmony with the laws of our mind and the universe. And I want to trust and know and give thanks for the fact that you are here on purpose today. You have been attracted here for a reason, and I want you to trust that, and I want you to lean into this. Success is not a secret, it is a system. When I first learnt this from my mentor, Bob Proctor, it was such a game changer because I was a very hard worker. I'd spent all of my 20s working very diligently in my business at the time, and I felt stuck. I was knocking on the door of 30 and I felt very stuck as to why I wasn't further ahead in life. And then I started to really take on board what my mentor Bob Proctor was saying, and he taught me that success is not a secret, it's a system. And most of the time we're walking backwards in that system. And he showed me how to get everything lined up in the right direction, how to get everything lined up so that I could start to achieve higher levels of achievement and fulfillment in my life, that I could maximize return on effort. I'd have the freedom to live how I really wanted to live and for money to flow without the hustle. Now, can you relate to any of that? Do you want this too? Type me a yes if you would love to achieve a higher level of success in life, at work. Maximize your return on effort. How often do you try hard but you don't get the returns that you would love? What about the freedom to live how you really want to live? You know, I've been doing this for a long time now, and one thing I can tell you for sure is that not everyone wants to be rich and famous. Not everyone wants to have millions and millions and millions of dollars. Most people don't even want the responsibility of that. But what they do want is they want the time and money freedom to live the life that they want. That's important for them. And you want the money to flow without the hustle. Imagine it just being there when you need it, that it replenishes itself. Can you type me a yes in the chat if this is resonating with you? So what we're going to cover today is we're going to take a look at big worthy goals, how to actually set goals that grow us, goals that stretch us. Often what happens when an individual will do this is they will set a big goal and then they'll be immediately stressed out and overwhelmed at the thought of how they're going to achieve it. And very quickly they abandon the goal. They talk themselves out of it. The little paradigm, and I'm going to introduce you to that today, is in the back of their head, and they talk themselves out of the things that they really want. They convince themselves that they didn't want it in the first place. So I'm going to show you how to overcome that today and really go after the goals that are important to you. We're also going to look at the stick person, the little secret genie diagram that was created in 1932 by Dr. Thurman Fleet, and give you an image to work with the mind. We're going to look at the common denominator of success, what makes successful people successful, and how you too can apply that. We're also going to look at how to master your mind and begin thinking into new results. You're going to hear from Bob Proctor throughout the course of this webinar as well. And we are going to talk about the 8 questions that warrant your attention. You've already received these questions, but you're going to hear Bob Proctor talk a little bit more about why they are so important. You know, this man became a very close friend of mine, a very close mentor. Even this morning, I got a message from his personal assistant for his whole life, Gina Hayden, to wish us well on today's call. And Bob started to study this when he was 26 years old. A man named Ray Stanford gave him a book called Think and Grow Rich, and he began to study it. And he said, Bob, you're unhappy, you're sick, you're broke, you need to change your life. And of course, Bob wanted to do that, but he didn't really know how. And Ray Stanford said to him, if you'll do exactly what I tell you to do, not half, not 3/4, you can have anything that you really want. And I encourage you today to have that same attitude. If you will do exactly what I suggest that you do, not half, not 3/4, if you will step through the terror barrier, if you will have enough confidence in yourself to act on the information that I'm going to give you today, you too can have anything that you really want. With this information, Bob Proctor he started a cleaning business, and he went from $4,000 in debt to over $125,000 in the first year, and he took that business over $1 million 4 years into it. You know, he was born in the 30s. He had his heavenly 90th birthday on the 5th of July. So, you know, he was born into a time where things were really tough, and he went through some incredibly tough times in business. You know, he had a lot of debt, had a number of business partners, but he persisted with this information, and he truly was rewarded in the end, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, and of course financially, because he followed the laws of the universe and the laws of his mind. So today I'm going to share with you just a little tiny tip of the iceberg here with some specific ideas around the science of goal achievement, because like I said at the beginning, success is a system. It's not a secret, it's a system. And when you learn the system, you begin to win, and you begin to win in a way that up until yesterday has felt like a fantasy. So where do we start with this? I have to start here with you, because if I don't start here with you, we're missing so much of the puzzle. I have to start with the fact that you are a spiritual being. You are a spiritual entity. You are non-physical. The higher side of you is pure positive source energy, and you make it into something. You have made it into the life that you're living today. You've done that. But the essential element of who you are is perfect. Your spiritual DNA is perfect. There truly is no end to what you can do. Your true self has unlimited creative power. It's all in awareness, and just one moment can shift the course of your entire life. Everything, and I truly mean this, everything begins on a mental level before it manifests in physical results. So who are you really? We've got to get you to get this and to know this and to understand it and begin to live like this, because the whole basis of goal achievement comes from you understanding that you are a spiritual being. You are pure positive source energy. You are non-physical. You are gifted with a mind. You have an intellect. You have a conscious mind that you can build images with. And as you build the images with, you are coloring the energy of you. You are coloring the non-physical side of you. You are giving that side of you form. And that is how you are creating the results of your life. And that is how you're going to begin to achieve your big fantasy goals. You have emotions. You have an emotional mind. You have a subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is part of universal intelligence. It is omnipresent right now. We can put your subconscious mind to work to achieve your goals on your behalf without any more hard work and effort on your part. And you are living in a physical body, having a physical experience. Your results are happening through you. They're not outside of you. They're not somebody else's responsibility. They are happening through you. The most important and valuable work you will ever do is work on you. And most people don't value that. Most people put the car, the holiday, somebody else ahead of them for investments instead of investing in the one thing that is dictating the course of your life, you. So you have to make a committed decision. Step one is to consent to the transformation. You have to allow yourself to achieve a higher level of success. You have to know that you're going to get out of your comfort zone, and you have to consent to that. You have to consent to the fear and do it anyway. And you also, as you feel the fear, you step into the joy, because on the other side of fear is joy. And make a committed decision. Don't let today's call become shelf-help. You know, most people will come to a call like this and do nothing with it. They'll think they're doing something with it, but they don't. They feel good for a moment or two, maybe a weekend, but then the results don't change. Make a committed decision at the end of this that you're not going to let this go, that you're going to dive right in, that you're going to do everything you can every day to achieve the dreams and the goals that are most important to you. So what do you really want? I mean, not what you think you can have, not what somebody else thinks is right for you, not what your mother or father or partner or children think is a good goal for you. What do you really want? What are your big goals? The experts generally agree, though, that people typically only use about 10% of their true potential. If we accept that argument, and even if there were no other resources outside yourself that you could bring to bear on the situation, you could still do 10 times as well as you've been doing. So think about that. 10 times as well as you've been doing. What level of awareness does that now put you in? Because everything is awareness. A person's not earning $50,000 a year because they want to earn $50,000 a year. A person's earning $50,000 a year because they're not aware of how to earn $500,000 a year. It's all in awareness. So what does this creative process look like? If we are to really start setting and achieving big worthy goals, don't mess around with little goals. There's no growth attached in little goals. And quite frankly, if you've got big problems, there's a big opportunity for growth. If you've got big challenges facing you, there's big opportunity for a quantum leap. Little goals, little ideas, little energy. Big goals, big ideas, big energy, big quantum leaps, transformation. And you can handle it. And I'm going to show you the blueprint. I'm going to show you the process that you can handle this transformation. So the creative process, the perpetual transmutation of energy, the science of goal achievement, moving an idea from non-physical form, where it is a spiritual seed, an image in your imagination, an idea in your conscious mind, where the goal setting begins, to goal achievement, holding it in your hand, letting the subconscious mind bring it into manifestation to and through you, taking action in the pursuit of that goal. I want to look at this creative process. We start with a fantasy, and we want to build a fantasy, and we want to set a C-type goal, and we'll talk more about goals in a moment. We want to have a fantasy, something we've never done before, because the whole process of growth requires new ideas. If you want to grow to a high level of achievement, if you want to earn more money, if you want to become happier, healthier, and wealthier, then you must set C-type goals. You must go after a fantasy goal. A-type goals are things you already know how to do. B-type goals are what you think you can do, what other people say, but there's no growth attached there. And the law of vibration requires us to grow. What's the opposite of growth? It's disintegration. What happens to a mind and body when they begin to disintegrate? We can take an extreme example and think about a person at death. The body is now in a process of disintegration. You know, I believe that most people are tiptoeing. Tiptoeing through life, waiting to make it safely to death. They're not growing. They set a big goal and they achieved it, and they didn't set another one. They learnt to read by the time they were in grade 7 and they never improved upon it after that fact. They learnt to drive a car and they never took another driving lesson to learn to drive a Formula One or a better car. They just know how to drive. I mean, adults are doing this all the time. They're getting to a certain level and they stop growing. That is wrong. When a person does that, all they're doing is showing their ignorance, their lack of understanding that the true purpose of goals is to grow. We set and achieve goals because it draws something out of us that we didn't even know was there. And that's what I'm going to get you doing today. So I want you to think about what you would love. I want you to think about what's a fantasy for you right now and ask yourself, am I able to do this? Well, you're God's highest form of creation, universe, supreme intelligence, whoever you believe in, the highest form of creation. You have a mind that is far more powerful than anything that exists, any science that exists today. It's far more powerful than a laser, quantum physics, anything. You're able to do it. The question is, am I willing? Are you willing? And at the moment, your answer to that may be maybe. For some of the goals and fantasy, I know I'm certainly not willing to pay the price to win a gold medal in swimming at the Olympics. I'm not interested. That's not a goal for me. That's not a C-type goal for me. So the am I willing, in most cases, we're going to say yes because it's what you want. And we begin to turn it into a theory. We begin to build an image with it in our conscious mind. And very soon, through the perpetual transmutation of energy, that becomes fact. So if we have a look here, we have a look at our goals, the 3 types of goals that we look at in this coaching. We have an A-type goal. This is something you already know how to do. You've done it before and you can do it again. Maybe you drive a particular type of car and every 3 years you trade it in and you get the same car again. You have managed to run 5 kilometers and you set a goal to do a 5-kilometer race. That is an A-type goal. You already know how to do it. Then we move on to B-type goals. This is doing what you think you can do or what you need to do. You look at your past results, you look at your business results and you think, maybe if everything lines up for me, I can do 10 or 20% better. Or it's what your bank manager or your accountant or your partner or the school teacher or the soccer club or somebody else wants you to do, right? It's a B-type goal. And whilst it would represent moving forward, there's no real growth. There's not really going to stretch you to have to think, feel, and act in new dimensions. And it's that stretching much the same when we go for a walk and we feel good afterwards, or we do a stretching session with our body and we release the endorphins. It makes us feel good. When we're growing in new dimensions, it makes us feel good. And then we have our C-type goal. Now, this is going to be a fantasy. This is what you really want. And you're not going to know how to do it. You won't be able to figure out the how. But you must know that you can. And it's this whole success system that begins to unravel and reveal to you the how in achieving this fantasy goal. Success is not a secret, it's a system. And if you follow the system, you win. You can create your own economy. Now, I think there's never been a more important time to have a conversation about this because of the amount of noise, chaos in the world, if you would choose to believe that, that says the economy's bad, interest rates are going up, things are becoming difficult. We're on the verge of wars and conflict and poverty and mental health issues and, everyone's glass half empty. But quite frankly, you create your own economy. Your world is a product of you. So where are you? Where do you want to be? How do you want to see your work, your career, your business, your sales, your relationship, your life? You get to decide because it happens through you. One of your 6 mental faculties is perception, and I would recommend that you begin to use it. Start to look at your results differently. Start to look at your situation differently. Take control. When a person is willing to change their perception, the situation changes. With perception, we can begin to look at ourselves and look at our environment through a new lens. And as we begin to do that, we create an opportunity for ourselves. You create your own economy. How do you create your own economy? I mean, that's a pretty big idea, especially if that's a new idea for you. You decide it's a great economy. You decide how you want it to be. So let's have a look at this stick person diagram. This was created in 1934 by a man named Dr. Thurman Fleet. He was a chiropractor in San Antonio, Texas, and he said, well, you know, we're treating symptoms, not the cause of the problem here. And corporations are treating the symptoms of low sales, not the cause of the problem. We're treating the symptoms of children's behavior, not the cause of the problem. The cause of the problem is in the mind. And if we don't have a picture of the mind to work with to change the results of our life, then we're going to find ourselves going around in circles. We're going to be moving sideways. 97% of the population are moving sideways. And they become stuck and they become frustrated and they become overwhelmed because these are highly educated people. Degrees running off the end of their business cards, and yet they're stuck. They're stuck in their old paradigms. We'll talk more about that today too. So we have to understand how we create our results and how our mind creates our results. We have to begin to master the mind. So he created this little diagram called the stick person diagram, and we refer to it as the secret genie. And it is much like a genie, and please don't let the simplicity fool you. At a conscious level, at a mind level, we have a mind split into two parts. We have the mind and the body. Let the large circle represent your mind, let the small circle represent the body. The mind, there's two main parts to the mind, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. We'll refer to the conscious mind as the thinking mind and the subconscious mind as the feeling mind. The mind controls the body. If you were to visualize yourself as a stick person, just close your eyes and sort of visualize, if you close your eyes with me now, the top half of your head is the conscious mind and the bottom half of your head as the subconscious mind. It's not how it is. The subconscious mind is in every cell of the body, but for the sake of trying to understand yourself as the stick person and internalize this concept, we're going to let our head represent the mind and the body represent the body. Now you have this pure positive source energy flowing in through the crown of your head. So I want you to imagine, close your eyes and imagine this stream of power, this pure source energy, white light flowing in through the crown of your head into your conscious mind. And with that energy, you're thinking thoughts, you're building an idea of what you want. You're thinking thoughts. And you're turning that over to your subconscious mind. Thoughts are energy, so the image of what you want is now turned over to your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is in every cell of the body. Stick with me here, keep your eyes shut, and let's work through this together. As that image is turned over to your subconscious mind, if thoughts are energy, that image is now being impressed upon every cell of your body. You're beginning to vibrate in harmony with that image. You begin to express that energy. That also now begins to change your behavior. You begin to take action in the pursuit of your goals. You begin to believe that it is happening. And that action and vibration begins to produce a reaction with your environment. That reaction produces your results. So open your eyes and come back to the diagram. So now imagine that you don't take control of your conscious mind. You're just letting whatever is around you flowing in. What you see on the news, what you see on Instagram, what you see on social media, little Johnny's having a bad day, and you've got all of this information flowing to you through your sensory factors, sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. And you're responding to it. You're getting emotionally involved with it, and you're turning that over to your subconscious mind. Not intentionally, but just because you're bombarded with it all day, every day. And some of the things, and you read a very sad story on Instagram, and you hear a news article, and you happen to sit down at 6 o'clock with your glass of wine and catch a news story by accident, it's all flooding into your subconscious mind. It's starting to influence how you feel. You don't feel as upbeat and bubbly and enthusiastic as you did 5 minutes ago before you saw the story. And so that is now influencing in a multitude of directions your vibration. It's all scattered. It's off in every direction. And your action is a little bit here and a little bit there because we haven't set and clearly defined goals. We don't know exactly where you're going. What is it that you really want? What's the linchpin that's going to organize the mind? And so actions become difficult. What decisions should you make? What lines up to your goal and what doesn't? If you don't know where you're going, you can't make decisions effectively. So all of this now is still producing an action and reaction with your environment. It's influencing the conditions, the circumstances in the environment, and it's producing your results. The law of cause and effect. So your results today are a product of where your thoughts, feelings, and actions were yesterday, last week, last month, last year. And if you want to change those results, we've got to show you, I'm going to teach you how to get back in control, how to organize your mind in a way that you begin to program the results that you really want. You begin to act in accordance with the results that you really want. And by law, you begin to create the results that you really want. So let's have a look at how we would write our goals to effectively influence our mind and our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is totally deductive. So if we look back here, the subconscious mind can only accept. That is our feeling mind or our emotional mind. Any idea we get emotionally involved with, we turn it over to our subconscious mind. It begins to influence us. So we want to make sure the ideas that we are turning over are written in the present tense, that we use positive language, that it is specific, and that it is dated. So we would write out our goal in the present tense. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am, I have. And I've got a few quick examples here for you just to show you what I mean. So for example, let's say your goal is by the 5th of June, 2025, I'm so happy and grateful now that I've purchased my first investment property. If you know exactly where that investment property wants to be or more details of it, you would add more details to it. You might have another goal, or a person might have a goal, only one goal at a time. I'm so happy and grateful now that I've booked and paid for our family holiday to Italy. It feels amazing to be finally having the family holiday I've always dreamed of. Another one might be written as, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning $500,000 a year from multiple sources of income. My financial position is improving every day. Another one might be, I'm so happy and grateful that Kate and I have diversified our family grazing enterprise and we are now exporting our product around the world. We have created more opportunities for our family members to be involved in the business and we love what we do. So I've just played around with a few different examples there just to show you how you would write a C-type goal. You then want to image this goal. You want to be able to see it in your conscious mind. You want to be able to hold that image with your will. Your will is one of your 6 mental faculties. It's the focusing muscle of the mind. And you hold that with your will and you steady it and you turn it over to your subconscious mind through repetition. And as we turn it over to our subconscious mind, we begin to create a paradigm shift. Not that easily though. Paradigms don't change easily. In the common denominator of success, Albert Gray says, you are the person you are because you have formed the habit of being that person. I mean, I don't know exactly how old you are, but my bet is you spent most of your life becoming you, and you're pretty good at being you. You know how to play you in all the roles that you have to take up in your life, and you have multiple roles, and you know how to live the life that you're living within the boundaries of the income that you have and the lifestyle that you have and so forth. So, even though it's a nice idea to go out and achieve a C-type goal, you are against yourself here. There is a very big part of you that doesn't want change because you know how to be you. And we're going to get into that when we look at paradigms. So let's have a look at this statement. If we want to change our results, we have to change the place where our results are formed, your mind. Your results are formed in your mind well before you see the physical manifestation of them. That's where we have to take control. So let's take a look at your results. What are your results? There is no way you can get out of looking at this. Your results always tell a true story about where your mind is programmed. You can kick it in the dirt, you can hold it up to the light, but you can't get out of it. So think about this. How much has your income improved over the last 2 years? Mentally answer these questions. Is it a little? Is it a lot? Has it gone backwards? If it's much the same today as it was last year or 2 years ago, I can guarantee it's going to be much the same in another year or 2 years because you haven't changed your money paradigm. Who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Are they earning what you really want to earn? Are they achieving the sort of goals that you really want to achieve? Would you like your children to grow up and be just like them? Because that's what's happening. That's what's being programmed. When was the last time you took a dream holiday? Not just a holiday, I mean a dream holiday. When was the last time you took a dream holiday? And you might have some other results you want to reflect on, sales results, health results, relationship results, could be all kinds of things. Take a look at your results and that'll tell you what's programmed in your subconscious mind. Results don't lie. Bob Proctor always used to say to me, he'd say, Karen, take a look at your results. Is that really the best that you could do? He was always pushing me to be better. He was always pushing me to do better. And that's what I'm here to help you do too. So why don't our results change permanently and significantly from year to year? It's because of paradigms. Your paradigm is a mental program and a multitude of habits that condition you to produce certain results. Paradigms are formed in your subconscious mind and they are transformed through repetition. Think about this. If you live with someone, when you wake up in the morning, there's a routine that they move into. And people don't like you screwing around with their routine. You do things in a certain way every day that is producing the results of your life. You are bound by time and money paradigms, logic paradigms, productivity paradigms, how effective you are. But the truth is you cannot outperform your paradigms. You cannot try harder, but you can change them. You can upgrade them. You can install new programming, put a new biocomputer on your mind that can give you new results. If you're using Microsoft Word and you're trying to do a spreadsheet, it doesn't work very well, does it? But if you open up Microsoft Excel, you can do the spreadsheet pretty easily. If you've got a goal to earn $500,000 a year, but you're operating on a money paradigm at the moment that's $100,000 a year, that $100,000 a year money paradigm is going to be very challenged to give you $500,000 a year. But if I teach you how to build the new paradigm that matches $500,000 a year and we install that on your biocomputer, that new paradigm on your subconscious mind, and I teach you how to do that, it's going to be much easier for you to achieve the $500,000 a year goal or whatever the goal is that you really want. So let's hand it back to Bob Proctor now and hear what he has to say about paradigms.
In times of change, the learners will inherit the earth, while the learned find themselves beautifully equipped to deal with a world that no longer exists.
For a moment, consider the things your mind has brought you. Everything you have, your work, your relationship with your family and others, your philosophy of life, all come to you as a result of using your mind.
Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, regardless of how many times you may have failed in the past or how lofty your aims and hopes may be.
The more you study you, you're going to find your belief system is based upon your evaluation of something. The more you evaluate you, the more you're going to believe in you.
Bill Gove is like the Frank Sinatra of public speaking. He is who mentored and taught Bob Proctor how to speak. And he quoted Bill Gove saying, if I want to be free, I got to be me. Not the me I think you think I should be. Not the me I think my wife thinks I should be. Not the me I think my kids think I should be. If I want to be free, I got to be me. And I better know who me is. And it was like a bucket of ice got thrown on my head. And I was just like, whoa. Am I really doing what I really want to do with my life? And then he kept saying, what do you want? What do you really want? And I wrote down in teeny tiny print so nobody would see. And I said, I want to be in the inner circle of this company, and I want to be his closest advisor.
What we've got to learn to do as individuals is adapt to the change that's taking place. See, change is inevitable. It's never going to stop. And we're picking up speed. Thinking is when you take a power that's flowing into your consciousness, that flows to and through you, and you originate thoughts. And you put the thoughts together and you create an idea. And if you can create an idea, if you can see something in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. And I don't care whether you're 80 or 18. It makes no difference.
So, to change results, we have to change paradigms. To ignore the power of paradigms to influence our judgment is to put ourselves at significant risk when exploring the future. To be able to shape your future, You have to be ready and able to change your paradigm. Now, this would not be a complete conversation about the science of goal achievement if we didn't talk about paradigms, because in order to achieve your goals, you are going to have to change your paradigm. Your paradigm is producing your current results. Let's take a look here at the major areas that paradigms control and influence. Your ability to earn money, how much money you earn, what you earn. Your use of time is dictated by a paradigm. Your logic, what you think is logical for you to accomplish, how you make decisions, what decisions you make, what goals you set. Frequently, I will find a client will come and start thinking into results with me, and they'll set a goal, and then 6 weeks later, the goal has evolved because their awareness of who they are and what they can do and getting everything up to a higher level changes their logic. They realize they can do so much more than they thought they could do, and they go and do it. Productivity is influenced by a paradigm. What you do, how you do it, whether you're effective or not. Brings me to the next one, your effectiveness, how effective you are. You know, there's a lot of people out there that can get a lot done, but they leave a trail of destruction behind them. So how effective are you at achieving your goals? Relationships are dictated by a paradigm. And I'm not just talking about romantic or family relationships, the sort of clients that you attract, who you attract to your business. The staff, your team are all dictated by a paradigm in you. And you as the leader, irrespective of how the paradigms got there, programmed genetically and environmentally, you have to change them. Your creativity. Now, a lot of people will say, well, I'm not creative. Well, that's not true at all. They just haven't learned how to use their mental faculties. Most people don't even know that they have 6 mental faculties of reason, imagination, will, perception, memory, and intuition that allows us to tap into a higher power, go where we've never been before, to see images and bring it to life, and then turn it into reality. So there are only 2 known ways to change a paradigm. One is an emotional impact. This is where something happens that forces you. A health scare, a tragic accident, it might be a worldly event that forces you. You're directly impacted by that. And then you now start to change. Or the one that we want to use is the constant spaced repetition of a new idea or concept. I want to teach you and show you how to be in control of creating the paradigm shifts that you want. This usually doesn't occur without the assistance of a coach or mentor because paradigms are so insidious and tough to change without accountability, support, and guidance. Most people don't even know it's their paradigm talking, and they can't tell between what is intuition and what is paradigm until they get used to this and they learn it, and I teach them and I show it and point it out. And then they get in so much more control to be able to create the results that they really want and change that paradigm. Have a look here again. We said before that your results are a product of what you think, feel, and do. But right now you have paradigms conditioning you to create results in a certain way. Those paradigms are part of your subconscious mind or your feeling or emotional mind. They are automatic. 96 to 98% of all of your results comes from the subconscious mind, your paradigms. You are programmed to create the results of your life the way you've been creating them. And no matter how much effort you put in, no matter how hard you try, how disciplined and positive you are, you cannot outperform those paradigms, but you can change them. As we begin to change those paradigms, we begin to lock into new thinking that matches your goal. You begin to see the results that you really want on the screen of your mind. You begin to use your conscious mind more deliberately, more consciously. And I teach you how to do that. We show you how to do that. And I'm going to take you by the hand and step you through exactly what to do that, because most people are not thinking. They're certainly not thinking creatively, and they're certainly not thinking anything new. 96 to 98% of what you think is mental activity. It's based on preconditioned paradigms and programs. So we've got to get you thinking on a higher level, thinking in harmony with the results that you want to create. We've got to get you feeling the feelings you would feel if you've already achieved those goals, get you emotionally involved with the new idea. We've got to get you taking action, not just any action, the action that's a match for the results that you want. And not only taking that action feeling as though the wish is already fulfilled, feeling as though it's already done. And what happens as we begin to do this, and at the same time we're reprogramming the paradigm, we're installing that new biocomputer behind the scenes, doing all that work behind the scenes, the results begin to change. And we don't see it all straight away, because the perpetual transmutation of energy says thoughts need to become things to and through us, just like we plant a seed in the garden. You wouldn't expect to get a flower tomorrow, would you? No, you plant the seed in the garden, you put it in the dirt, you water it. It has to grow roots under the surface first, and then it begins to shoot up, and you see a little sign that something is changing, that things are changing, and you nurture it and you water it and you love it and you give it sunlight, and it starts to grow and it starts to flourish. So the results are omnipresent. They are already here, but they are in a vibration or a frequency beyond the one that you're currently in. And the achievement process of goals is taking you to that higher level. It's putting you on that frequency that's a match for your results that you want. We've got to get you up on that high level, and we've got to keep you there. Now, let me go back to the example of the garden. If we plant the seed in the garden, let's take and imagine that seed is the spiritual DNA of your C-type goal. What you really want. You've set this goal. You want this goal. You can see it in your mind. We've got to plant it in the garden. And you get going for a day or two, maybe even a week. You might be lucky to make a month, 2 months, 3 months, even 6 months, right? And then you don't see it all manifesting straight away. So you abandon. The paradigm talks you out of it. The paradigm says, I can't do it. I don't have the money. It's not the right time. Maybe this won't work for you. You've tried a lot of other things in the past and failed, you know. This might be much the same as that. And we took ourselves out of doing the thing that we really want to do. With the assistance of a coach or mentor like myself, we get you on that higher level and keep you on that level. We're able to point out your blind spots, where the paradigm is trying to self-sabotage you. Highlight the fact that you're in the terror barrier, the psychological process of growth. There's 4 stages. What stage are you in? Where do you need to begin to create that change? And when we get all of this lined up in the right direction, your thoughts, feelings, and actions, your results begin to change. The golden opportunity you are seeking is in yourself. It is not in your environment. It is not in luck or chance. It is in yourself alone. That's where we've got to do the work. In you. That is the science of goal achievement.
Hello, this is Bob Proctor. It's time to transform your dreams into reality, your goals into achievements, your thinking into results. If you want something more out of life but aren't sure what it is, if you've tried to make changes in the past without success, if you have a specific goal but don't know how to achieve it, here is some incredible news. You can get anything you seriously want, guaranteed. The realization of a goal is not a complicated process. In fact, it's a simple matter of cause and effect, as straightforward, consistent, and reliable as 2 + 2 = 4. The problem is, most of us approach goals in entirely the wrong way. We focus on changing behaviors and habits in order to change results, a slow and potentially painful way to reach what will at best be a temporary solution. If you really want to make a change in your life, you need to go deeper. If you want different results, you need to ignite change at the same level results were created in the first place. You need to change your mind. When you do that, achieving your goal becomes not merely possible or probable, it becomes inevitable. If you would like to look into this further, leave your email address and your phone number. Then check your inbox. I'll send you some questions that warrant your attention, and then we'll be in touch. This is Bob Proctor, and thank you.
Now, we have already sent you those questions as part of you registering for this training. I want you to complete those questions if you haven't already. Really sit down with a cup of tea, take out a pen and answer those questions truthfully and honestly. What do you really want? And then make a decision today to get into this. If you're ready to go, and some people just already know they're ready to go to my website and enroll today in Thinking into Results. Take the payment plan that best suits you. If you have a couple of questions, reach out to Concierge and book a call. We'll get on a call with you and we'll answer a couple of questions and we'll help you through it. Send us your 8 questions. Tell us what you really want and we'll show you how to get it. Men and women who have succeeded, they reach decisions promptly and they change them, if at all, very slowly. Men and women who fail to reach decisions, if at all, very slowly, and they change them frequently and quickly. Decide right where you are with whatever you've got. Get into this. Make a decision. Go to the website, enroll yourself today if you're ready. If you have a couple of questions, email concierge@karenbrook.com.au and set up a call. We will talk to you. We will get on a call and we'll answer a couple of questions. Complete your 8 questions and make a decision and act on it. The science of goal achievement is making your move before you're ready. If you want to make a quantum leap, if you want to change the paradigm, don't follow the logical norms. Make a decision and act on it right where you're at with whatever you've got.
The realization of a goal is not a complicated process. In fact, it's a simple matter of cause and effect, as straightforward, consistent, and reliable as 2 + 2 = 4. The problem is, most of us approach goals in entirely the wrong way. We focus on changing behaviors and habits in order to change results, a slow and potentially painful way to reach what will at best be a temporary solution. If you really want to make a change in your life, you need to go deeper. If you want different results, you need to ignite change at the same level results were created in the first place. You need to change your mind. When you do that, achieving your goal becomes not merely possible or probable, it becomes inevitable. If you would like to look into this further, leave your email address and your phone number. Then check your inbox. I'll send you some questions that warrant your attention, and then we'll be in touch. This is Bob Proctor, and thank you.
All right, you've heard it there again from Bob. So, your next step, as I said, go to the website, enroll yourself today, or reach out if you have a couple of questions. You cannot manage time, you can only manage activity. Success is the daily pursuit of a worthy ideal. So I want you to think now of 6 goal achieving activities that you can take right now to move you in the direction of what you really want. One of those activities should be either to go to my website and enroll now if you're ready, or to reach out. Book a call if you've got a couple of questions. Send me your 8 questions. If you're already a client of mine, send those in and let's get to work on your quantum leap. We can only manage activity. We cannot manage time. So on that note, I want to leave you to get to work on your goal achieving activities. The science of goal achieving is building an image in your conscious mind, turning it over to your subconscious mind, and moving into action. The universe loves speed. It loves to see that you're backing your goals with action and going after those goals and dreams, and will support you in every way to make it a reality. So I want to thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to put on a couple of songs for you, so please stay in the energy. Please stay here and join us. And we will see you very, very soon. Thank you and bye for now.
As straightforward, consistent, and reliable as 2 + 2 =